Okay, welcome to Skyrim, and here we are with our beginner character, level 1 Breton conjurer called Jay. And Jay has just come out of Helgen. The first quest, we're at Helgen exit. See, the world map is just turned on for the first time. We've left Helgen, and we've just completed the Unbound quest, and we're about to do Before the Storm. And we can see Alvor's in front of us waiting for us. And in this build we're starting with a Breton, of course, with the usual Breton bonuses. Bretons, let's just take a look at a Breton. We've got Bretons have a great conjuration skill, 25, and we're going to make a conjuration build. So Bretons are the obvious one to go for. We've already built up a little bit of conjuration going through the Helgen dungeons. And of course we've also got that other wonderful Breton ability, which is really resist magic. 25% resist magic, fabulous for anybody in Skyrim, but especially important because we are of course adventuring here at legendary difficulty. So magic resistance is really important. And we also have the other racial ability. We've got this little Conjure Familiar. Now Conjure Familiar is very powerful at legendary. It's the weakest of all the summons, but at legendary, as our combat as a player is divided by, our attack is divided by 3, and enemy attacks on us is multiplied by 4. But your familiars that you summon are not divided. They're as strong as everybody else. So relatively speaking, my conjurations are much stronger in legendary than they are in lower levels. So conjuration is quite a powerful build on legendary, and the fact that we're not going to be wearing loads of armor, well, when we get into the build we won't be wearing much armor. We'll be using mage robes. Doesn't matter because we just avoid getting hit all the time. So we're going to build a glass cannon. We can chuck out these really powerful conjurations and we cannot take any hits at all. So let's go and start our adventure. Oh, the other thing is the build rules for this character are: we're not going to do any serious enchanting building. We're not going to do serious crafting. We're not going to do any enchanting or smithing at all. We will do a little bit of alchemy because alchemy suits this build, but in general we're going to do the minimum amount of non-conjuration skills. So in previous playthroughs I've just kept my level down to absolutely 1. I've never increased my level, and I do that by not using any skills I don't need, and also by going to jail. This time we're not going to be as ruthless. We're going to allow our skills to go up, but we won't use any necessary skills. No non-combat skills when we can avoid it. No pickpocketing, no lockpicking, no smithing or enchanting. And that way our character builds up, it's a really pure conjuration build. Okay, so we're just out here and let's talk to Ralof.
My sister, Gerda, runs the mill in Riverwood, just up the road. I'm sure she'd help you out. It's probably best if we split up. Good luck. I wouldn't have made it without your help today.
Okay, and one of the other things we do, we've got Conjure Familiar ready. One of the other things we do in Skyrim is we use all the NPCs, people like Ralof, to do our fighting for us. That's how we survive at Legendary. And here's a good example. We're going to use Ralof straight away to help us defeat some bandits, and from those bandits we'll get some loot. So watch how we use Ralof and avoid doing any fighting ourselves. Oops, I nearly missed my bandits, friends. Here they are. See?
You picked a bad time to get lost.
Come on guys, chase after me. Yeah, here they come. I could use my familiar now, and we will, because we're actually going to use it, see? And now the conjuration and Ralof will fight them. We don't have to do anything really. Remember, because my damage output and input is divided massively in Legendary, the familiar is relatively much stronger, you know? Watch. There's already one down. I'm not going to take anything that doesn't have high value to weight ratio, you know? We don't want to get overburdened with junk. Oh, the archer's shooting at me. You cheeky beggar. There's a reason we want the archer to be killed. We want the archer to die as well. And you'll understand in a minute. Okay. Gold and nothing valuable there. See this? This is so easy. And this is the toughest level, difficulty legendary. The bandit has no chance against Rayloff.
You know, you should go to Windhelm.
You see this bandit has a very valuable thing, well, a slightly valuable low level is treasure map. That's what we wanted of him.
Join the fight to free Skyrim. You've
Okay.
seen the true face of the Empire here today.
And oh, join the Stormcloak quest. Okay. And there's another little piece of loot in the bandit camp. There's a little there's a magic item and a purse, so let's take them. Enchanted robes. And let's take a look. You see, really we shouldn't be wearing this imperial armor. We should wear our robes. But there's novice robes which we already picked up in the dungeon, and now we've enchanted robe, black mage robes, which are the same. So let's put on the robes and increase our magicka. Okay, yeah, proper mage character. And dirt satchel, lockpick. Yeah, okay, even though we won't do any lockpick. And coins. Now, let's keep going. I don't need that sword. Why am I carrying a sword? I'm a lover, not a fighter. Now let's take a look. There's a little Thalmor shrine here with some free loot. Now this dead Thalmor has one enchanted item on him all the time. Oh, iron shield, resist frost. No, that's nice. It's like quite well, could be nice. One of the things you should always do as a mage is you could always have a shield. Shields do not count as armor, so your mage bonuses are not affected in the way that they are affected by armor. Excuse me. So, and you can always mix light armor with heavy shields and heavy armor with light shields. It doesn't matter. Shields don't count. So a shield is a really good way of putting up your armor while still keeping the a mage build. And I'm gonna put my Punch of Familiar in my right hand, and that's better. That's the way we should be doing as a mage. Elemental shield. Now there's a wolf around here somewhere. Keep an eye out here. Oh, and the wolf is fighting Talsgar the Wanderer. This wandering minstrel. He's a very good fighter, by the way.
Hello there,
he's very useful too.
One itinerant minstrel
Now we're now going to head towards a location where we can get a very important skill very early on. So let's go get it. And I can see some fighting on the left. See, there's numbers dropping away. That's a damage mod I have. Oh, very good. And this is very handy because the wolves and the undead are killing each other, so I can just run past. Very handy. And this is how we defeat most enemies in Skyrim. We just run past them. We're not fighting anybody that we don't have to fight. Yep, we're good. There is a red dot in the distance, alright, but... Oh, I think they're coming. They're still coming. Oh, very good. You keep coming. They're so slow, Sunday, but don't worry about them. Because up ahead of us is a hunter.
Oh, thank goodness. I've been wandering alone. I was kidnapped by these bandits weeks ago. They locked me up in the towers near Mistwatch. I managed to pick the lock and slip out while the guards slept.
Okay.
But now, I'm completely lost. Can you help me, please? Oh, thank you. But I should be fine now that you've shown me the way. They're at Mistwatch. Here, let me show you on your map. If you can stop them, you'll be a true hero.
Wow. I thought I'd done every quest in Skyrim. Never even heard of it. Don't even remember that quest.
Need something?
That's something added to my map, obviously. And here's the hunter, you see. So even if those undead had come along here, oh, there's some undead. You see, there's there's red there. And the hunter will take care of them. You see that?
Someone there?
Even the woman, the frightened woman, is taking on undead. That's very Skyrim. It's such a Skyrim thing to happen. They're so crazy, Skyrim people. The Nords. Is she actually gonna fight? What she got in her hand? She's actually hitting it with this. She has a weapon in her hand. Anyway, this is good fun to watch, but that's not why I'm here. This is North Shriekwind Bastion. And now that I found it, I'm going to save. So I want to save sometimes. Save. Make sure the save is proper save. Now, North Shriekwind Bastion is a very important part of my build. But first of all, let's see if there's any little bit of loot. Oh, let's just check that. That lady gave us a map location. Mistwatch. We've no locations on our map, but we've got this one, Mistwatch. I've never seen that quest before, and millions of times I've played Skyrim. There it is. No, that's where we are now. So what did she give me? Did she give me a quest? Miscellaneous? No. She marked somewhere on the map, she said, so it should be marked on my map. Helgen. No. Oh, there it is there. No runoff caverns, maybe, is that it? Anyway, it doesn't matter. That was a little interesting quest. We'll have a look at that offline later on, see what that quest means. But now, before we go into this important dungeon, I'm going to just look up here for some free. There's usually free loot lying around. Yes, there's usually offerings at these places. Minor random. Yeah, here we are. See? No maces, but healing, petty soldier. Very nice. There's always free loot like that lying around. Now the main reason we came down this way and off the main quest line. Oh, egg, alchemy ingredient. Now in this location is a vampire, and from this vampire we can get the vampire disease and become a vampire. And becoming a vampire is a very important part of our build to make us very powerful. And we picked this location because there's only a single weak vampire, and she uses the vampire drain skill. If you get attacked by a vampire, they'll kill you in one blow at legendary. No chance of surviving. So this lady happens to use a drain spell, so she's a ranged attack, so you can survive that until you get the disease and then run away. We can't afford any physical combat. Let's get ourselves ready for that. So we need to survive a few attacks. So minor heal. Oh, you idiot! I didn't want to use it. I wanted to mark it for. I want to mark healing for my quick menu. You see there. And now I've got minor healing, and also we're going to we'll keep the shield because the shield might help us survive, and we're going to give ourselves restoration magic in the other hand. So here's our plan. Hopefully we won't be attacked because she'll kill us straight away, and we got more magicka from our robes and our hood, and we hopefully will be able to stay alive long enough to get the disease and then run out. So I think it's a good time to save. Quick save maybe is enough here. There she is. Now we just attract her attention.
Thought I heard something.
We don't want a physical attack, we want her to do range. See? We're near the door. Now that was an absolutely perfect operation. Perfect. So I think definitely it's a good idea to save. Now what happened there? We picked up the vampire disease. And that's going to be very important for later on. We got it very effortlessly, so that's excellent. Excellent operation. Now, we're going back into the wild, so we want to put on our Conjure Familiar. And as we saw earlier on, the Familiar is decent enough against low level enemies. But the big thing about the Conjuration, and it's one of the things that makes the Conjuration build so powerful, is that you don't need to defeat all your enemies, you just need to distract them long enough to run past them. And these small Conjuration creatures like the Familiar, they do that perfectly. It's very easy to survive very tough areas in Skyrim, as long as you can summon a Conjuration. Like there's no creature in Skyrim there's no creature in Skyrim really that can kill my Conjuration in one blow and then attack me. So now we're going to head to Riverwood. Let's get on the quest. We're going to follow the main quest line and head to Riverwood, which is here. There we go, we came out here and we're off track and we're going to head to Riverwood. Okay. You know what we might do is, I don't usually do it, but there's a nice stone here which gives you one of the standing stones that gives you a nice buff. Let's take that buff. So since it's close by, I think we can just swim out to it. This is a slight detour from my usual route, but it's definitely there's a fisherman here.
You're looking a little rough around the edges. You feeling all right?
Yeah, everybody can see my disease. Well, you can see on my navigation bar at the top there's a standing stone. There it is, it's visible on that little island. There we go. This is the Lady Stone. Let's take a look at this bonus. See, we generate health and stamina more quickly. Now this is not exactly specifically a mage bonus, but because we're such a glass cannon and a legendary, this allows us to get, this gives us a bit more survivability. Okay. Okay. Let's go back. We could actually swim all the way to, excuse me, slight cough. We could swim all the way to Riverwood. It's on the river, but... And swimming is actually a very safe thing to do in Skyrim. It's one of the... If you want to survive at a high level, like legendary, swimming is really safe. Nothing can fight in the water, so the only risk you have is, the only way you can be attacked is by magic, you know, ranged attacks, magic or archery. It's a very good way to travel around Skyrim completely safe, because it's very hard for, even if people do have ranged attacks, you can just go underwater for a second. Like the only creatures that really can chase after you and kill you in the river are dragons. Excuse me. There's the mighty throat of the world in front of us, and there's one of Skyrim's moons. Secundus, is it? I can only see one of the moons. Now here we are, this is where the undead were, being a nuisance. And there's where I came down from the bandits. And we're on our way to Riverwood. Excuse me. fisherman's hut. Excuse me. Gosh, rotten cough. Now here's the famous guardian stones that everybody talks about in Skyrim, but I'm only picking that up as a travel point. Here you can get mage stone or thief stone or the 3 builds. So I would normally be mage stone, but all it does is gives you 20% mage skills faster. That's an absolutely useless bonus. I don't want to increase skills faster. Well, maybe magic skills might suit me, because I really would like to zip up my conjuration tree first, but I'm not going to take that because it means I lose my lady stone benefit. Right? Let's take a look at that. The lady stone gives me recover health and stamina, quite useful if you're for survivability. Whereas skills increase doesn't give you any survivability at all. Now, this is the way down there is the way to Riverwood, but I'm going to take a little detour because there's 2 very valuable things I can pick up. And there's a pesky wolf in my way. And he's not normally there. But I want to get across the river. So actually, normally I go around that way, towards Anissa's cabin, and then towards my destination. But now I'm going to take a more direct route. We're going to cross the river here. I think I should try crossing the river here. This is something I have never done. Oh, it's too steep here. And the waterfall is quite risky. Let's go up here. I've never ever gone this route before. See, it's quite awkward. Jumping is difficult here. Oh, very difficult. I nearly killed myself. And unfortunately, it's easier to go downhill than uphill, so getting back up there is going to be tricky. Oh, but I'm good at jumping. Now, you see this? This tree here beside the river. Behind that, there's a very valuable item. Look. See? The flawless emerald. And there we go. We pick up some jewelry. And this is one of the things we're going to do in this build. We're going to go around Skyrim and pick up every piece of jewelry that's lying around in the open. And there's about 2,000 gold worth of jewelry lying out. Let's take a look at that one. What did we pick up? Flawless emerald worth 750 gold. It's a lot of money for a first level player. Now, I want to pick up Anissa's cabin as a travel point for later. Here it is. I have my wolf ready in case I'm in trouble. No. Bingo. Excuse me. Now, so that's Anissa's cabin pickup point. I've got my flawless emerald. And now I'm going to get another very important part of my build here. Some salmon roe. The eggs of the salmon. It's a really, there's always a little hole there that you can't get out of. The salmon roe is a very valuable alchemy ingredient for my build. You'll see how useful it is later on. But all we need to do is pick it up now. Now you have to actually kill the salmon first to get the roe, so we need flames. And flames is a spell that every character gets. 2 hands. Now we'll save first. Now we look for dead salmon. They bounce in the water, see we? And each, oh, and the roe as well. The roe is loose. See the way you knock it away. I missed it. So hard to get. There's another one. See the roe. Now you see that? You should have 5 or 6 salmon roe. Oh, 4. Okay, well that's good. But we want to get about 8. You see, I think I missed one there, floated downstream. But we can get more. That was good. Harvest from one go. Got another one. And each fish gives you 2 roe. The fish itself has 1, and then the roe floating separately. There you go, I got 2. And now I have 6. The 6 is probably enough, but I can get a few salmon roe from the other side. So for some reason this side isn't as good as the first side. And also it has wolves, so we'll try it. Yeah, you can't catch salmon, you have to get the dead ones. They have to be killed already. And you see, I didn't kill any. There's no... Really weird that... Okay, try again. Uh-oh, that's a sign of wolves. Making me nervous now. I think I got one there. Oh, come on, lads. Oh, there it is there. Okay, I think we got a wrap in that. Let's wrap.